This is Ryan Badowski, a Division I 1,000-point scorer in Division I athletics, basketball. We are going to be doing a course together, 30 days to transform your health. There is no one I would trust more for my workout advice than Ryan. And together, we're going to give you a great course with evidence-based medicine, the best strength training, the best flexibility, the best weight loss. We're going to be going over all the evidence, 2023, 2024, all the new stuff coming out. These are sources you can trust, and we're going to be starting right now.
What's going on, guys? I'm Coach Ryan, and today I'm going to be giving you a high-level overview, very simplistic overview of some of the most important supplements anyone can start taking to maximize your strength, energy, endurance, and recovery in the gym to achieve your results quicker and faster than you have before. I understand to some degree this can get really confusing with the industry booming, and it can just get overwhelming at times. I'm going to help you break this down at a very basic level so that you can plug these into your fitness plan tomorrow if you choose to do so. One other short disclaimer before I start diving into the specifics of these supplements is I want to make sure you hear this loud and clear. These are supplements. They are not to substitute your eating healthy or your proper training. They are intended to supplement, not replace, but supplement the nutrients and the energy you obtain from food and aid as a booster for your workouts. I like to think of supplements as a resource that paves the cracks on the road. You know, your healthy eating and your proper training, that's what's actually paving the road, but there's cracks in it. Supplements offer the opportunity to smoothen those cracks out so that your energy, your engine can run smoother and faster. It's going to maximize your potential. Here are my top tiered supplements, what they do, how to take them, and when.
Thanks for taking part in this 30-day course with us. Remember, supplements are amazing. In some cases, they can make all the difference for some people, but they are not the number one priority. The number one priority is checking out your health conditions. Do you have heart issues, vascular issues? Do you have diabetes that would prevent you from exercising? Always get that checked out. And number two, get a biomechanical assessment, because if you have a ruptured knee ligament, a damaged ankle, a damaged back with a potentially slipped disc, you want to check that out before you start lifting weights or doing something aggressive. 95% of people should be okay, but it's always good to make sure. A strength training regimen is the number one priority. Strength training has been proven over and over by a lot of studies to be one of the single most important things for your health, including increasing mortality and decreasing health issues. Next one is cardio. A strong heart, strong arteries is very important towards a long life. Also critical is proper sleep and recovery. 50% of people in the United States are not doing this properly. And then diet. You have to be eating correctly, and only then do supplements come in.
Number one, you probably guessed it, protein. Protein is by far the number one supplement for anybody who desires to get fit. It is the cornerstone of muscle growth and repair. Whey protein in particular is highly effective for athletes and gym goers. It provides a quick source of amino acids which are essential for muscle recovery. Casein protein, on the other hand, is a slow digesting protein that can help sustain muscle repair over a more extended period of time. I personally consume a 25 to 30 gram whey protein shake after every workout I complete. This is such a small habit, but it is something I can promise you will notice a difference and enhance your muscle growth within the first few weeks of training. A great practice I like to implement just for when it comes to protein in general is to match your number. Each day, I try to consume my weight in grams of protein. So for example, I weigh about 190 pounds. So I shoot to intake about 190 grams of protein per day. My shake makes up 30 grams of this, and the other is found through my diet. But protein in general drastically aids my muscle recovery, helps me sleep, and which replenishes my body so that I'm able to not be as sore and get back at it the next day and go just as hard.
Coach Ryan's 100% correct here. Protein is the single most important thing for athletes that you can supplement. Getting 1.2 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight is the key. Now remember, there's about 2 pounds per kilogram of body weight. It's important for post-workout recovery. Whey protein and casein protein are the most common and most important. This is not only essential for muscle building, but it's essential for keeping muscle as you lose weight. The biggest mistake I've made in the past is when fasting, not getting enough protein. Your body hits the wall, it fatigues, and you're burning more muscle than you are fat at a certain point. Side effects of too much protein are bloating, gas, and constipation. But the good news is kidney problems are overblown. It's been studied. It's been safe. So something to think about. Don't worry as much about the kidney issues, but don't go insane. Go with the recommended amounts and you should be in good shape.
Number 2 is creatine. Creatine is my go-to number 2. It is the most extensively researched and proven supplement for increasing strength and power. It works by providing energy for short bursts of intense activity, such as lifting weights. The most commonly used and studied type of creatine is creatine monohydrate. Like my protein, I take this after every workout I complete. And how do I take it? Yep, you guessed it. I throw it in my protein shake. Yep, it's that easy. Most creatine is tasteless and water soluble. This is just a great way to max out that post-workout morning shake.
When I played football in college, I remember there was some scares that creatine was bad for your kidneys, but that's been almost completely disproven. This is a natural compound that's naturally found in our muscles. So the dosage recommends 20 grams for 5 to 7 days for athletes, and then a maintenance of about 3 to 5 grams per day. This benefits muscle mass, faster recovery, and strength. I've heard some professional bodybuilders kind of compare it to 4 months on creatine is like 5 months of strength training without creatine. So it buys you about 20% increased improvement by some of the professionals. Studies seem to validate those benefits. The keys are to stay well hydrated. It's generally considered very safe, but you do add a lot of water weight and some people get gassy. Studies do show that if you stay within the generally recommended limits, this should be completely safe for your kidneys and you shouldn't have too much to worry about.
My go-to number 3, branched-chain amino acids, also known as BCAAs. BCAAs consist of leucine, isoleucine, and valine, which play a crucial role in muscle protein synthesis. They can help reduce muscle soreness and fatigue during aerobic and strength workouts. When you go to buy your protein, check the label for BCAAs. Most protein powders are usually made up of whey protein, which contains high levels of BCAAs. A scoop of quality whey protein can contain almost 20% BCAAs. Another W for that post-workout shake. And yes, you guessed it, my whey protein has BCAAs in it. BCAAs are also available separately as a supplement. However, BCAAs alone don't contain all the amino acids that protein powder does. So I just make sure that your protein powder has your BCAAs in it. Again, another win for that post-workout shake.
Branched-chain amino acids include 3 critical amino acids: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. If you check most whey protein, you're going to have a decent chunk of those in there, so that's got you covered. These are important because they're central in some of the enzyme pathways in muscle strength and recovery. You want to get about 5 to 10 grams per day. And again, if you're hitting your protein goals through good diet or whey protein, you should be getting this, but they help with muscle mass, faster recovery, less soreness. And for a lot of my older patients here, that means easier ability to walk, move, and be less sore the next morning.
All right, so number 4, caffeine. Let's go. While protein might be our most important, caffeine is probably my favorite. I love it. Caffeine is a natural stimulant that can improve alertness and physical performance. It's effective for both aerobic and strength training, providing an energy boost, increasing fat oxidation during workouts. When it comes to my pre-workout, which is my pre-workout drink, caffeine content is the first thing I look for. I typically shoot for right around 200 milligrams of caffeine. This can vary based on your tolerance. Maybe you start with a half scoop or a 3/4 scoop, but I highly suggest caffeine in your pre-workout. It helps you get in the gym and again, allows you to get moving and start your day strong.
Coffee is unbelievable. I look at studies of this all the time, and overwhelmingly they show caffeine for 95+% of people is very healthy. It helps you have better strength and power, reduced perceived effort. That means you can work out stronger and harder with better results and not being as fatigued. You're more alert. The standard recommended dosage for the average person is about 100 to 300 milligrams. The average Starbucks drinks is probably like more than 300 milligrams. So you don't have to crush energy drinks or anything along those lines, but a simple black coffee about 30 to 60 minutes before a pre-workout. There are supplements. So there's energy drinks, there's pills, there's caffeine pills, but I think black coffee is the cheapest, easiest, and healthiest ways. There's a lot of long-term studies over tens of thousands of people showing that coffee is not as dangerous as some people would make it seem, but you can get some anxiety. If you drink it too late, you can get some insomnia. Some people can get sleep issues. So it's not every single person, but generally in the morning, you should be more than fine.
Number 5 is beta-alanine. This supplement helps increase muscle endurance by buffering lactic acid buildup. It's particularly beneficial for activities like high-intensity interval training or HIIT workouts and sprinting. If you have ever taken a pre-workout and gotten that itchy face or those tingles, this is that beta-alanine working. This is also something I look for when I buy my pre-workouts, and it's very dependent on your own personal tolerance. I have found that typically 2 grams works solid for me, but I've used up to 3.2. And you definitely probably don't want to go over that threshold for yourself, because if you do, you might be itching and wanting to run through a wall for the next hour. But hey, at least you'll be burning calories. Check your pre-workout labels for beta-alanine in there. Find what works best for you.
Coach Ryan uses beta-alanine. I haven't had a lot of experience with it, but studies are actually pretty good. Improved muscle endurance, less fatigue, increased work capacity. It works by increasing muscle carnitine levels, and essentially this limits the formation and buffers lactic acid. So studies show 4 to 6 grams per day, and the benefits increase over time. It comes in capsules and powders. Tell me what you think down in the comments. Is it working for you? Is it helping? They're generally shown to be safe, similar to creatine, but if you take too much all at once, there could be tingling for about 30 minutes.
Number 6 is going to be fish oil. This is a super simple one. Omega-3 fatty acids can be found in fish oil supplements and have anti-inflammatory properties and can aid in recovery from intense workouts. They may also help improve cardiovascular health, which is essential for your aerobic training.
Omega-3 fatty acids are severely deficient in society today. We should have about a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 in our diet. But in the modern processed diets, it's about 25 omega-6 to about 1 omega-3. And now even the supplements, the big scam is you're not getting enough omega-3. So for example, some supplements have less than 25% omega-3 and you're just getting bad fat instead of good fat. So men should be getting 1.6 grams per day and women 1.1 grams per day. Make sure you at least 50% of your supplement is omega-3. The side effects are it can get some burps, but you can also get it from algae. So for our vegetarian friends on this channel, you can definitely get it. It's been shown to make a huge difference in muscle strength and fat loss.
Number 7. Number 7 is also a super simple one to work in your routine. It's vitamin D. Vitamin D plays a role in muscle function and bone health. Many individuals, especially those with limited sun exposure, may benefit from vitamin D supplements, which can improve overall fitness and strength. I personally live in the Midwest and we get very limited sun here. It's brutal. During the summer months, I usually take 1 of these supplements, and during the winter months, I'll take 2. This, again, it can be taken in pill form. I just work it in my morning routine after I brush my teeth. Super simple.
Vitamin D is not just important for weightlifting and strength training in this course, but for your immune health, for weak bones, for your fatigue, for depressive moods. It is one of the most researched and effective vitamins and supplements that you can take. I have made videos about this that have received millions of views. This is a fat-soluble vitamin because we just are not getting enough sunlight in the modern world. This leads to our body not working properly. Vitamin D is so well studied, and 50 to 90% of people across the world, America, Canada, Europe, Russia, China, even India has massive deficiencies. We're talking the vast majority of the world's population is not getting enough of this, and a lot of the times it can prevent you from reaching your full potential. So this is something you want to think about, especially vitamin K2. So I have videos. Generally, vitamin D is combined with K2, something to think about for your bone health and muscle strength.
All right, number 8. Number 8 is magnesium. Magnesium is involved in muscle function and energy metabolism. It helps keep your blood sugar and blood pressure at the right level. It can help reduce muscle cramps so you can go longer and train harder in the gym, improving your overall workout performance. Highly encourage you to start taking magnesium in your morning routine with your fish oil and your vitamin.
Magnesium is a very complicated subject, but generally if you're a female, 300 milligrams per day is amazing. If you're a male, 400 milligrams per day. There are a lot of different types. They can be expensive, they can be cheap. I personally love magnesium chloride, magnesium threonate, magnesium glycinate, and magnesium citrate. There's a lot of pros and cons to all of these. The trick is overdosing is generally safe. Now, don't go crazy, but unless you have kidney issues, major heart issues, and a couple other things, then generally you don't have to worry about taking a little bit more. Don't go crazy at the same time, otherwise you will have some side effects, because there might be some question of superdose benefits, but go with the standard recommended amounts. Check out the video below because this is such a complicated topic if you want to learn more.
All right, number 9, our final and last one, electrolytes. Electrolytes can be found in a lot of the different sports drinks we all hear about. Gatorade is probably the most notable one that you hear about. I use it for prolonged aerobic training, especially in hot conditions. Electrolyte supplements can help maintain proper fluid balance and prevent dehydration. It helps me avoid muscle cramps. I highly encourage you to stay hydrated before, during, and after your workouts. Number 9, electrolytes.
Electrolytes are marketed very strongly, and they can help improve cramps, weakness, and fatigue. And they're very important in high heat and high sweat conditions. This includes sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, chloride. We already talked about some of these. And it's really just like 1 or 2 teaspoons dissolved in some water. Most people watching these videos probably don't need to focus on this unless you're really sweating and you have some health conditions. And in fact, even taking too much electrolytes like sodium can affect higher blood pressure. So be aware, if you're really sweating, get some, but otherwise probably not the biggest focus.
Your daily workout supplement checklist. What does this look like? Well, I talked about your pre-workout. For your pre-workout, make sure you work in your caffeine and your beta-alanine. During your workout, work in water or some type of sports drink that's low in sugar for your electrolytes. Post-workout, your post-workout shake is going to contain your protein. Again, we talked about it, it's your number 1, your creatine, and your BCAAs.
And this is the recap. And protein, number 1 most important thing. You probably need more than you think you need. So this is one thing that people struggle with, especially seniors. You want to get probably at least 100 grams. That helps your muscles recover. Creatine, this is perhaps one of the most studied, if not the most studied supplement at this point. 50 years of data. It's shown to be safe on the kidneys for almost everybody. You want to do a loading dose, then about 3 to 5 grams per day. BCAAs. This is 3 essential amino acids that are found already in whey protein and most protein food sources that you'll eat during the day, but it might be worth supplementing. This is critical towards muscle mass. And caffeine. When you wake up in the morning, this gives you motivation, better strength, better power, safe for 95+% of people. You want to take a pre-workout and get that energy going in the morning. Beta-alanine, like I said, Coach Ryan uses this more than me. He has great results with it, but it does help your endurance. It limits your lactic acid, your muscle soreness. If you're having a hard time moving around during the day, this might be something to consider. Omega-3s, very, very important. There's a big scam out there where people are getting mostly bad fats in their supplements and not enough good fats. So you want to make sure that at least 50% is EPA and DHA. We got some links down below if you're having a hard time. Vitamin D. This is so low cost, so safe in almost 99% of cases. It helps with everything. Weak bones, weak immune system, muscle, low mood, lack of motivation. Make sure you get some. And magnesium, so important and so low cost, 300 to 400 milligrams per day. There's a lot of different types. I have videos on magnesium threonate, glycinate, chloride. Check those out below. And electrolytes. Unless you're really sweating and in a lot of heat, you might not need these, but something to consider if you're fatigued. Check out the links below for our favorite supplements. We give some of our links and that supports this channel, so thank you for that. But me, Coach Ryan, my wife Christina, who's a dietitian, we're working hard on getting seniors back in good shape, getting you to regain all those joint pains, all that muscle, all that flexibility. So check out that course below.